Now, once highly regarded internationally, state-owned arms manufacturer Denel is a shadow of its former self. Decimated by poor leadership and corruption, it's yet another victim of state capture. Details were revealed this week in the second part of the Zondo Commission report. But how did this happen, and who is responsible? And will Denel ever recover? Well, eNCA's reporter Bateman takes a look.
Denel has developed the likes of the Roy Falk attack helicopter and the Roycott armoured vehicle. But it is now on its knees, unable to pay staff and facing bankruptcy. This story of destruction starts with former Public Enterprises Minister Lynn Brown. In 2015, she replaced a competent board with people the state capture inquiry found to lack the requisite skills and expertise. Brown appointed Daniel Muncher, an attorney previously struck off the role, as Denel's chairperson. In turn, Muncher and the new board purged 3 senior executives, including accomplished and highly regarded Group CEO Riaz Saluji. They were seen as stumbling blocks to deals with Gupta-linked companies. With no one competent to lead the SOE and its goal to enrich the Guptas, the arms manufacturer slowly collapsed. But just how bad is it?
Denel in 2015, if you look at it, just before state capture occurred, was a fairly stable company. It was turning a profit, and it had a really, really solid order book going ahead the next 15, 20 years. If you take it from there and then look at what Denel is today, it's a complete collapse. There are maybe 1 or 2 divisions of Denel that are still half functioning. The rest are non-functioning in many different ways. They've lost huge amounts of expertise. Probably the majority of their senior engineers have left.
Can Denel ever recover?
We're never going to go back to Denel of 2015. Whatever survives from this, if it does survive, will be a diminished company, and we'll be lucky to preserve some capabilities.
The Zondo Commission found Muncher and the other directors who led the campaign against the 3 executives were unfit to be directors of a company. It has recommended that the intentional abuse of public power be made a statutory offence.
The law has to change because there has been so much abuse of power, especially when it comes to directors and executives on SOEs, where we see appointments, we see lack of oversight, and we are in the mess that we're in right now as a result of a lack of legislation and meaningful methods and mechanisms to hold people to account.
The current government has failed to step in to help Denel financially. So it appears almost inevitable that the arms manufacturer will eventually crash and burn. Barry Bateman, Johannesburg.